you've been to the mountaintop, basically. I mean, you've been the runner-up of the Royal Rumble. I mean, they did an angle in the Elimination Chamber where it looked like you might actually pull off as a champion. I mean, you've been all over the place. I mean, you won the Women's Battle Royal, Miss WrestleMania. I mean, you did all that stuff, right? Yep. So for guys coming up, I mean, what would be like the number one thing if there's an indie wrestler that's trying to make it that you would say is just the have to get to the next level?
Man, well, there's a lot of things. You have to look incredible. You have to walk in the door and people go, holy shit, who's this guy? Mm-hmm. And you have to be realistic. Like, look at yourself in the mirror, man. And if you don't exude that or have that, figure out how to do it, Maybe, and sometimes if you had a job interview, you get a fresh fade, you put on something nice, you wear some nice shoes, like that. You dress to impress, but it's kind of like you have to dress to impress, like for life, because you have to impress the producers, the writers, all these guys if you want to get a job. And your physique tells a lot about you. If you're in great shape, it means that you know how to stick to a plan. It means you have self-discipline. It means you're knowledgeable about calories in, calories out, all that stuff. So it's not just, wow, that guy looks good. It tells you so much more. It's a tip of the iceberg, right? Mm-hmm. And again, as an employee, I go, okay, this guy's disciplined. I want disciplined guys here. I want guys that can stick to the game plan. And when it sucks, because sometimes it sucks, right? I'm hungry, but you already had your meal and you got to wait 2 hours. Can you stick to it? Because it's a grueling, physically a little bit, but mentally the road life is grueling, right? You live in rental cars and hotels and venues. Off to the next town, hotel, maybe you Google a gym, right? But you are on the road indefinitely. You come home, you take your whole suitcase, you dump it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, back in your suitcase, out the door again. I think these days maybe you have an extra day, but when we were on the road 5 days a week, you factor in that travel day. So we were home for a day and a half. And that's tough. When you're home for 2.5 days and you're on the road for 4 days, that is very doable, very comfortable. But like a consistent 5 days on the road is tough, man. Mentally tough. So it's not for everybody in terms of your mental fortitude. But of course, you have to become an actor. You have to become an MMA fighter. You have to become a professional wrestler in terms of the storytelling aspect. And you have to really have the personality. Oh, bless you. You have to have the personality that is just naturally knows how to work well with others. Right? You can't be too fixated on your game plan. This is what I wanted to do. This is what we need to do. You have to listen. You have to give and take. You have to be really good at negotiating. If there's something you want to get in, you got to be willing to give up something or put the guy over and working well with others. It's a skill you learn as like a small child, like in kindergarten and stuff, or how to interact and work well with others. But it's an asset to be able to do that as well.